Hey, we're back in position, DB.
Oh, wait, we have a G rating. I can't say that.
G rating, right? All right, let's get the show started.
And now, on with the show.
Time for bladder check. Check.
Check.
Check. Wait. Screw it. I'm holding it.
Podcasting, the final audio frontier. These are the legends of Brown Squadron.
Our computer is picking up a strange signal. Here, sir, you better take a look at it.
The ongoing mission? To explore the Star Wars universe and other nerd culture topics. To seek new content and new cantinas, bars, and lounges. To boldly annoy Scruffy by making too many bad jokes. Welcome to the Hyperspace Heroes Podcast.
All right, and welcome to Hyperspace Heroes. This is Brown Leader signing in. All wings report in.
I guess I go first. Brown 4 signing in.
Brown 69 signing in.
There he is.
There he is. Welcome back, Tommy. Woo!
Glad to be back.
Welcome back to the show. Yeah, Brown 69. Tommy Deathsticks is going to be joiing us tonight.
That's right.
As you can see, for those of you watching, you can see the massive Death Star level boxes of Legos that he has behind him, and we will definitely be diving into Lego again. I was just looking back through notes, and the last time you were on with us, Tommy, was episode 22. Yes. And this is episode 99 of Hyperspace Heroes, or 124 on the Spotchka scale. And yeah, welcome to the show. How have you been, Tommy?
Been doing great. Thank you for having me back, and I wanted to thank you guys because you included me on episode 99, a very prestigious episode. You wouldn't want to put me on something like episode 100. Okay, that's for chumps. It's episode 99 that gets the juice flowing, right?
Right on.
So thank you for that. Thank you.
But don't tell our guest that next week. So.
Okay, I got you. No, you don't want me on that level of iconic show. So right.
Yeah. No, actually, we do have a special guest planned for next week. So it's So hopefully he's not watching. Hopefully this is the one episode he's not watching. But so welcome back. DB, I think we can hear you this time, right?
Oh, come on. Come on.
Wait. I got something for that. Just for that. Perfect. So
I got several emails saying that podcasting was not the place to practice my mime act. So
you know where it is? You know where it is? Where you should?
What's
Nowhere.
that?
Nowhere.
Right. Mm-hmm. Right on. So Tommy, it's before we dive into Lego. Obviously, what have you been keeping up on in the Star Wars universe?
Been paying obviously Legos is the main thing, but in the Star Wars universe, I guess it's still Legos. I'm excited about the Rebuild the Universe trailer that I saw, and waiting to get ready to watch that drop in Disney Plus. So I'm gonna keep my eye out for that.
Nice.
Other than that, I've been actually lately reviewing a lot of the old shows and going through those movies in my spare time as I build my Lego sets. It's kind of what I do, just to get me in the spirit. So that's about it, really. And I never know when the dates are because I don't know. I guess I don't memorize them, but can't wait for the thing I'm most excited about coming up would be the Mandalorian new season, whenever that's going to drop. The movie too. Yes. Yeah.
Right.
So I'm excited about all that. So I think of all this, if you call them spin-offs, they got their own energy now, so I don't like calling them spin-offs per se, but the Mandalorian's probably the top one. And so I don't know.
That's only because you haven't watched Resistance in its entirety.
Right. I have not.
And you have been listening to Hyperspace.
Right.
And Scruffy's not here to annoy you with that kind of talk. So
There you go.
Right on.
So
You guys keep the conversation going. I'm
Sure.
working on something really quick. Keep going, guys.
So what happens if my audio goes down this time? Does that mean Deathsticks has to carry the show?
That's right.
That's right. That's a heavy load. That's a heavy load. I don't know I could do that, but
it was
yeah,
it was pretty evil last week. Sorry about that.
Was it? You guys had some-
Yeah, about 10 minutes in the show, my audio just died, and poor Brown Leader had to carry the entire show. I got in for maybe another 15 minutes at the end, and when I started talking, he realized that I'm a complete buffoon, so he had to end the show. So.
Well, and funny enough, Tommy, you were talking about the Lego Star Wars special, the kind of the what if or rebuild the galaxy that's coming out. And just to kill time, I actually brought up YouTube on last week's episode while DB was working on his technical issues, and we watched it live on air.
There you go. Right. And there's a lot of with that, of course, there's it's just that's a very odd, curious thing. To me, because there's a lot of connections, obviously, with Lego to it, and they brought out Jedi Bob, of course, onto an official show, and that's kind of neat. And the history of Jedi Bob is intriguing. So I think that brings a different level of weird and fun though,
for sure.
And so with the white Darth Vader minifigure and Darth Jar Jar and all those new odd characters. I don't know where they're fully going with it, which is always exciting. I think that's good marketing by them.
Oh, for sure. For those that may not know, can you kind of touch on the history of Jedi Bob?
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah, sure. Jedi Bob came about. He was an unnamed Jedi minifigure back in 2002 on the gunship Lego set back in 2002, and he was just a Jedi Knight that they added like a generic Jedi character in that set that came out. Well, of course, as fandom goes, everybody kind of wants to know who that was and what was it, and speculations abound. And that lasted for years until 2009. They came out, Lego came out with their visual dictionary of all their sets and all their minifigures. And in that set, they actually named him Jedi Bob. So they gave him a generic nickname, Jedi Bob. Mm-hmm. So from there, over time, of course, off-brand stories came about Jedi Bob. And by 2020, there was lots of rumors that maybe Lego was going to do its own little Jedi Bob set and its own little Jedi Bob story, but that didn't really come through. He was going to even be included in one of their video games, and so that was kind of on hold. But now, finally, in fandom, Lego has released the set Jedi Bob's Starfighter, and that's out now, I believe, for $40. And some good minifigures there with Jedi Bob, and that's kind of cool. So he returns, and then also he's obviously included in the new Rebuild the Galaxy trailer and show that's coming up. So that's kind of the brief arc of the long history of Jedi Bob.
Very cool, very, very cool. And DB, we have a comment in the chat just for you. So. I told you to make sure to have flashcards ready to go just in case we have another.
There you go.
Oh, I didn't have time today, Maya. Sorry.
Well, that's very, very cool. Very cool. Yeah, and they're canonizing. So they're kind of in the Lego realm of things, canonizing Jedi Bob. They're
right.
Also bringing in Darth Jar Jar, and it's just an exciting time. For sure. And
Yeah, and the Millennium Falcon, the Dark Millennium Falcon. There, it's kind of not a piece by piece copy of obviously of the last set, which is I don't know if I can aim my camera the right way, but that's back there somewhere in a box. I don't know if you can see it. Anyway, but it's kind of just like that. So it's a really good build. It's for $179, and I haven't gotten it yet. It's one of the ones I'm going to pick up. I just haven't acquired it yet. And lots of unique minifigures. Just for the minifigures alone, I believe they're not going to really redo those figures again. So as a collector, it's probably worth picking up if you wanted to do that for that reason, and hang on to those, because it won't take long after it retires to go up in value. So really cool.
Right on. Now, last time we had you on, you talked about you were trying to get into the program with Lego to like suggest designs and things like
Lego.
that.
Lego ideas. I haven't really cracked that nut yet. It requires a lot of time investment, but definitely am on the mailing list, and I've shot a couple of ideas with some of the little email group and chat group that I get into. And ironically, I thought I was very unique and had a nice cutting edge philosophy, but pretty much everything I said has already been thought of and wished to be done.
Oh man.
Oh man, I didn't even know it was coming. Like for example, off Star Wars, one of the things I really wanted to do was the Jaws, boat, and from the original scene.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And it's coming. It's out now. It's going to be out right now, and it's an awesome set. But this is last time and before that, actually, I think I thought of that, the A-Team van. I was thinking of all these things to bring to try to design and bring into the idea phase. And tons of people are trying to break in with the same ideas, and I'm like, darn, I'm not very original.
Yeah,
I'm a victim of the 80s.
But if you get those products, who cares, right?
Right. Those are cool, right?
Yeah.
Gotta have them. So that's gonna be fun. But maybe someday an idea will spark and I'll get in there. But it's a very competitive dog eat dog world in the Lego ideas phase. So
now, how many of the things behind you have you actually put together?
About 80% of them. Most of them I have. There's several back here that I haven't put together yet. I'm saving either for investment reasons or, it's one of those things you get like a kid, you get a toy and you don't want to lose the magic by opening it. So it's one of pick one. But I like, for example, this Mos Eisley. I know Scruffy's been eyeballing it for a long time. That's not done yet. I haven't opened it. Two reasons on that. One, it's anticipated it's going to retire this year. We won't be able to get it again. And so that means the price will go up. So it's an investment piece. But the second reason is it literally requires a big surface area to set up and display. Kind of rough. So it's almost like I got to buy a table just for it. So
believe me, I get it.
Yeah. So I gotta I'm at the point now with all my shelves filled up and I'm moving into other rooms. I've now got to start thinking what I build and what I'm going to disassemble, what I'm going to put back in the box. So
did you catch that part of the statement, DB? Moving into the other room.
I say he's one of us. He's taken over the whole house.
Right. It is spreading. It is spreading for sure. Like this is like you said, the wall behind me. You got that, and then over there behind the drum set, you got, if you can see it. I don't know if you can see it.
Oh yeah.
But that wall, and then I've got my stuff out in the living area. So there's it's growing. And so to your question, I'd say guess about 80%. I have a healthy 10 to 15 sets that I haven't built yet. Matter of fact, I was gonna make that one of the things if you guys voted on it, but there's only two of you right at the moment. So I was gonna say, okay, what set should I build next is the next question, because I just got done doing Luke's land speeder, the UCS Luke's land speeder. And that was fun. That was awesome build and really cool. So now I got that one out of my system, and so now I'm looking for the next one. Got a couple of ones I'm eyeballing, like the Ghost Phantom 2 back there. I just got that on the May 4th promo. That's a really cool one. And a couple other ones. Really, I think they did a really good job with the 25th anniversary. That's this year of Lego Star Wars sets. Started in '99. And so they came out with a really good line on May the 4th to entice you to get into it. And they got unique minifigures and stuff like that. So I bought not all of them, but I bought a few of them. And so
you have to choose, otherwise you go broke.
Oh yeah, that is one thing with Lego for sure that I've learned, that it's not a buy them all, collect the whole set is not necessarily in the budget.
So what kind of specials did they have on May 4th this year?
Well, they offered double points on a lot of great sets, that they typically do. So I scored there. So I've got some good VIP points built up, and so you can use that for actual cash value to buy more sets, which is really neat. And Lego stuff. They discounted a few of the sets, but not many Star Wars.
Of course.
But their gifts with purchase for May the 4th promo, those were pretty interesting. Hang on a second. I can show you some of those. Here, this, and this. Okay. So they had the Trade Federation Troop Carrier was the big prize there. So that came free with your set if you spent over $170, I think.
Dollars.
Yeah. Pesos.
Republic credits.
Yes, Republic credits. There you go. And then the poly bag is if you just showed up. You get that. And then there was another little cool feature that they brought on board, and that was they actually had a commemorative Death Star coin that has a finder, if you can see that. It's like from the perspective of Darth Vader. It's if you move it side to side, it lines up with Luke's X-wing, like you're going to shoot it in the trench,
cool.
in the trench run. And so it's an actual, it's an actual coin. So
does it come with like a spinner rod on the back so you can pretend the Millennium Falcon shoots it?
That would be outstanding. Yeah, they didn't go that far, but they did a pretty good job. So those are pretty good collectibles that you get, as a gift at there. May the 4th. So I participated in that, and I actually got 2 sets of each. So don't tell Terry.
Tell her what?
Exactly.
What happens on the podcast stays on the podcast.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. So so it's good. It was a good haul this May the 4th, and so I got lots of neat sets that I can start to build.
Were there any pieces that you didn't get that you were kind of kicking yourself for?
Yeah, so there was the Darth Maul, what is it? The Sith, the Sith ship, his spaceship with
the Infiltrator. That's a
Infiltrator.
Cool
that's it.
That's
it. Yeah, it's a cool ship. It's a smaller set. I decided not to get it, but it had the thing I liked the most about it, and I'm kind of kicking myself. I'll get it. It's just I got to get to the next round of Legos, and that's the Saw Gerrera minifigure, and so that was the unique figure with that one, and so it was very cool. I don't know if you can pull that up, Aaron, but
yeah, that's what I'm working on.
But that's the reason. That's the set from the May the 4th kind of release that I was kind of like, I wish I would have gotten that one. But I got the Droideka. I got lots of great sets. So I got all kinds of things. So I was really happy with what I got. But had to make cuts where cuts were necessary. So yeah, there it is. The Infiltrator.
See if I can bring one up that's got maybe the minifigs on it.
Yeah.
Well, this one, I don't know. This isn't the right one, right? Or 25 years of Star Wars.
Yeah, it is. That's it.
Okay.
Yep.
And it comes with an Anakin and a Qui-Gon, it looks like.
Mm-hmm. Yep, Anakin, Qui-Gon, and then it's got and of course Darth Maul and his speeder, and then it's got the Saw Gerrera unique figure. So I got to get that one. But that's the one that I traded for the budget So I'll get back to it.
Right on, right on. And what was the? Let's see if I can find that. Soth Saw Guerrero one that you were talking about.
Oh, the minifigure. It's in that set. It's just you gotta pull it up, and it's like a picture in the corner of the box.
Oh, I see.
Yep.
Because
it's all those that come with it. I'll show you what it looks like on another set here. This one's another set I got.
There we go.
Oh yeah, you got it, Ben. So this one that I just grabbed is the this is the Tantive 4. And let me get to my camera there, and you can see the minifig there.
Oh, that's cool. A
Yeah.
Rex?
Yeah. So you get that with it. It doesn't go with Tantive 4, so it's not really, part of the set. It's just a celebrating 25 years. They're giving you these minifigures that are it's an ARC Trooper, but it's just an ARC Trooper. But it's a unique one that they don't put out with any other sets. So they did that with all the 25-year sets. So that came out for me the 4th anyway. So those are pretty neat.
It's essentially the toy at the bottom of the cereal box. You got to keep buying them.
Exactly.
Get them all.
It's the toy in the bottom of the toy box. Yeah.
Oh man.
Oh, it's an ARC Trooper 5. Oh, it's 5s.
5. Yeah.
5s. Oh.
Yeah. Super cool. And so and then there's I believe 6 unique minifigure sets that they came out with, and I can't name them all right now. I apologize, but there was 6 different sets that had unique minifigures.
Interesting.
And so it's cool.
Somebody was just posting. I think Costco has this one. Has this version at I think Costco's listing it for $40 right now. Somebody said.
Wow.
And yeah.
So I've seen I'd like to see where those are at, because I see those myself on Facebook or something, but it's always not at our Costco.
Right.
Yeah.
I posted. I was like, does anybody have a Costco membership?
Yeah. And I go to Costco once in a while. First place I go is to find these, elusive great deal Lego sets, and they have some Lego sets. They're not bad deals. They're just never Star Wars.
Nice. And hello there, Jordan. Welcome
Jordan.
to the show. Thanks for joining us. Good
Jordan.
to hear from you, my friend. And for anybody, go check out one of his posts today on Twitter. He's trying to share the love, and he's trying to get people to post their favorite shows. What podcasts they like. So tag or jump on that post and share the love of what he's trying to spread online right now. So yeah, very cool. Very cool. So let's go back to Jedi Bob. And I so sad that Scruffy's not here today.
Look at that gunk.
Oh yeah, he wants that bad.
Man.
Yeah, he loves those gonk droids.
Yeah, he does. And that's running $40 right now?
Yeah, yep, $40. It's a good deal for a unique character like that. I think that's one of the better sets to get.
That's very cool. And it comes with a banana and a blue milk.
Mm-hmm.
Check that out. That's hilarious. Absolutely hilarious. So what else has been going on with Lego in terms of is there new? So right now they're doing 25 years of Star Wars Lego, you said.
Yep. The big deal set that's coming out besides Jedi Bob there, that's going to be the Jabba's barge, his sail barge from Return of the Jedi, and it's going to include lots of great minifigures. Max Rebo, I believe, is going to be in it, and there's a lot of different cool characters that are going to be in that set. Obviously Jabba, but the controversial one that's actually not controversial from Lego, but when Lego got bought out by Disney said they were no longer going to recreate a slave Leia in her outfit. but somebody won that battle because I believe Slave Leia is going to be included in this set. So it's going to be a rare Disney Slave Leia in her bikini outfit.
Oh man,
as a
that is
minifigure.
just gonna drive demand up. That is
Yeah.
crazy.
Yeah.
So yeah, there you go. There you go. You can see Slave Leia. And that was, I mean, as you guys may or may not know, that was controversial with Boba Fett's starship, as they call it now. It used to be, of course, Slave One, and but Disney scratched the name Slave One and went with Boba Fett's starship. So, so they're very sensitive about that character name. So it was kind of a battle. And I guess Lego won out because they did produce a Lego Slave Leia back, I believe, I want to say it was 2009 or something. They had another barge and they had a Slave Leia, but that was obviously before Disney owned it. And so it made it. It made the cut.
That's very cool.
Yeah, Disney makes a lot of cuts. Like they cut out one of the sets that was supposed to come, and it was already produced from Indiana Jones. And it was the scene where they were, praying and, to Kali Ma and that lava scene. They had the whole scene and set, and Disney cut it out and scrapped it.
Man, I would have paid for that.
Oh yeah, great. Great. I heard that they actually produced quite a number of them, but not for sale because they hadn't released it yet. And so there's a warehouse somewhere with some super valuable Lego sets.
Yeah, that's going the way of the rocket firing Boba Fett.
Right, exactly. Yeah.
Or the Atari ET game.
Right. So those are some of those dream sets, right, that you wish you could get. But
right on. Very cool.
But yeah, so now I guess that one's going to retail at about $500.
Oh,
yeah, that's a price tag there. So save your pennies.
Wow.
Yeah, we don't all make brown leader kind of money. So.
Yeah, right, exactly.
I don't even make brown leader money. I just spend like I do sometimes, and it's mostly on you guys.
Yeah, exactly.
So what are some sets that you kind of you'd like to see them come out with that maybe they haven't come out with, or maybe some retired ones that you'd like to see them come back out with?
So obviously the big one for me is the Death Star. I'd like to see them do even a Death Star 2, that in a bigger version. So Death Star 2, I think they produced before they ever produced any, the regular Death Stars or the play sets. And that Death Star 2 is very cool. As a display that you can like hang like a disco ball or something from your ceiling. I would love to see them come out with that again. And there's always rumors that they're gonna, but they never really do. So that to answer that question, I would definitely like to see a Death Star and especially a Death Star 2. Other sets. There's some that I, would like to get, but they're, like I said, dream sets. There's obviously the big Millennium Falcon is still that iconic one that I want to get. There's another old, any of the first runs, the 7000 series that they first came out with, both for collectors and for just to say that I have it, that's any of the first sets, but that's not the Death Star 2. That's the play set. That's a cool one too. So any of those are great, but the Death Star 2 didn't have really a play function. It was more of a display.
Was it?
Yeah, and they didn't have any minifigures or anything. It was just it was just like from that's the Death Star you're looking at there. That's this one up to my upper left.
Okay.
It came as a gift with purchase last year for the May the 4th promo, and so that's just a little guy, but it's really cool though as like a desk decoration. I believe that's the Death Star 2. Right there. I think that's it right there on the bottom row to the left. Well, to my left. There you go. I think that's it right there.
Holy cow.
Yeah. That one's pricey.
$3,200.
Yeah. So I'm not going to be getting that anytime soon. But,
wow.
That's a wish list one.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, here's a reasonable one at $837.
Yeah. It's probably missing a few parts. Of course, you wouldn't know. You wouldn't know if you're just displaying it.
Oh, that's crazy.
Yeah.
crazy, and
I
it's
thought
not
the
even
Money
perfectly
Ice
round.
Town was crazy. Whew.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there's a lot of Lego Star Wars that it's pretty cool. So
That's cool.
It's that question you asked is really difficult to answer, I think, because I don't think I've run into a Star Wars set that I didn't like, and and so I put them together. I don't put them together. It doesn't matter. It's just as fun to be like in the box or on the shelf. I have a good time doing it.
So what's your ratio of what you put together versus what you leave in the box?
Like I said, I would say I put together about 8 sets out of 10 that I buy is fair. Keep about 2 in the background. I guess I haven't done the official count, so that's why I give a range.
Right.
I might have more than 15 that I haven't built. I don't know, but somewhere there. The rest, I have quite a few sets that I have built. So I don't know, 40, 50, something like that
Right.
I have built. And they're just kind of everywhere. And I go, I give myself a little break, and then I tear up a few sets, and I do that. Then what inevitably happens is then I end up, instead of building some sets that I have that I intend on building, I see another set that excites me more than the set that's sitting on my shelf. So I go to get that one, I build that one, and then I'm like, okay, I can go back to this one. But then, you see another set, and that's I'll give you an example of that. I've been meaning to build, where did it go? Right here, my BD1.
Okay.
So BD1, kind
yeah.
of a obscure character. This one, I've had this one for a while, and it's not necessarily deemed a collectible, like keep it in the box because it's going to be worth $1 billion. But at the same time, I don't see, a lot of movement on it. I don't think it sold particularly well. And while that sounds like, well, yeah, just build it then, it's actually sometimes those that go well later, 10 years down the road when not many people bought it and then nobody has one sealed. I might still have them. I don't know.
Right.
So, but if you look on eBay, which is the typical place kind of that sets the market for that stuff, not necessarily, his stock isn't rising too high. So I don't know. We might build them soon.
I recently saw something just a couple days ago online where somebody had taken a BD1 and they modified the chest and put a Cal Kestis minifig like it was writing on BD1 in like a clear canopy. It was pretty cool. If I find that picture again, if I see that picture again, I'll send it to you.
Yeah, send it to you. That's fun. There is another thing, and I have not done yet or have not even explored. I almost am afraid to, but there is a whole section of Lego alternative builds. Like, different brick links and different people that come up with designs with your set. You can build that set and then you can tear it down and make something else that's Star Wars out of it that, a lot of people build out of it, which is great. And, I think it's a great idea, but I haven't gone that way yet because when I build the set, I want that set. I want it to be as intended. But, someday I'm sure I'll get the itch to change something out and build something different.
You just need 2 of everything.
That's right. There you go. That's what I say. I keep telling my significant other Terry that she doesn't understand it fully. The good news is she's really not that anti Lego. Matter of fact, that BD1, she bought that for me for a present a while ago, over a year ago. Yeah, so she kind of likes the Legos.
That's cool.
Thank God. But I don't know how much she's going to keep like him as it grows into her kitchen.
Yeah. So I see the R2 on the wall behind you, and have you seen this one?
Yeah, C-3PO. That's another one of the ones I have my eye on because I got that's one I'm going to have to get. That's a have to just by the displays I have. I got an R2. I got the collector series R2, but then Terry bought me that too. This R2, the 25th anniversary one, and according to all the online bloggers, YouTubers that build and review, they like this smaller version of R2 better than the UCS one. They think it's a better build, and this C-3PO is in the scale of the new R2.
Okay.
So against the old R2, it's going to be out of scale comparatively, but if you put it next to the new one, it'll display well with it. So
I had heard that. I had heard that from somebody else that I know online that there's a member of another podcast that he's big into Lego, and that's what he was talking about too. Is he was really surprised by the fact that they came out with that other scale R2 as well, because they had come out with the UCS one not too long before, and then all of a sudden they came out with this. It was roughly $99 price point one.
$100. Yep, that's what it was. And they came out with that, and it was most interesting because they do that. Lego will bring new stuff out, smaller or larger scale, but they always retire the one before it. The UCS one's not retired, so they kept the UCS one. Now this one, I think they actually killed the sales of that UCS one, by undercutting it by $100. Because that UCS one's like $240, I think, or $230. And so this one for $100 is more approachable by most people. So I think the UCS it's technically you just got to look R2D2 because it's not even labeled UCS, but it's in a UCS box. So that's what people call it. But it should be there somewhere, R2D2, and so I can. So I got the two boxes. I got the big box behind me, and then that's this one. That 25th anniversary.
Oh, okay.
That's the new one. And anyway, another set that gonna have to build.
Nice.
So
nice.
But yeah, there's that one. I did build the Razor Crest, but not the UCS Razor Crest. So
right.
There's and they actually retired the play version of the Razor Crest. So the smaller one got retired, but this one stays, the big one. So, but
I was just gonna buy a bunch of gray bricks and throw them on the ground and call it the Razor Crest.
Yeah.
Probably at a lot cheaper of a price.
Yes, that's beautiful. Yes, you sent me that before, and I thought that was the funniest thing ever. Because
set it up right next to my Alderon display.
Yeah. Splatter that. Put a lot of dust around the table on that one.
That's funny. Too funny.
That was great.
So, and sorry if I going back around again, but what are some future sets that are coming out that they haven't?
Well, the Jabba Barge is coming out.
Right.
There's a lot of rumors about 25, but I haven't seen anything that's really tricked or been official or tripped my interest per se, because they keep a pretty good lock on that. So you watch the internet, and these internet guys come out with 2025 leaks, and 25% of them's right, 75% isn't. So I don't ignore it, but I haven't seen anything yet that I can put my faith in.
Well, 2025 would be what, 20 years from Revenge of the Sith?
Yeah. So there's probably going to be a little focus there. Well, they'll come out with some nods to that. There's always an anniversary of something, it seems like.
Maybe they should have Anakin's legs or something.
Yes.
Just have a lava field and a couple of legs laying there.
Come out with a black series where the arms and legs are removable. And,
yeah.
The Padawan temple there, the Jedi temple, have little minifigs all
mini figs laying.
Mini cut in half. Yeah, many figs sliced and diced.
We're getting morbid here now.
Oh yeah, we've turned dark. They want to take a Dark Millennium Falcon.
Right.
You got to go real dark.
Well, I did see, where was it? It was a Funko Pop that's coming out, and I saw it on Star Wars Toy Collector. I think is it part of the D23 drop, where it's Anakin on.
Oh, he's riding the droid.
Yeah. So definitely makes me wonder if they're going to come out with more. If we're going to hit 25 on, and D23 is going on right, just about to start, and we're crossing our fingers for a Skeleton Crew trailer for sure on that one. Be nice to finally get a trailer for that show, so we have something else to start talking about and move away from Alfie's favorite show, Acolyte.
Yeah.
So
we need something new to complain about.
Exactly.
Yes, that's the series to complain about lately, I suppose.
Yep. Did you watch any of Acolyte, Tommy?
Not yet. I'm saving that.
All right.
I'm saving that to binge watch someday.
Right on.
Or days.
Right on.
Yep.
Yeah, you'll have to tell us what you think. So
Okay.
Don't listen to anybody, form your own opinion. I'm curious.
Right. You know, I've tried to tune it out actually, because when it first came out, I heard too much all in like one day about political garbage that I don't know is true or not true. So I actually tuned that out. I don't want to know. I just want to start it and go through it.
Right on.
So yeah.
Right
So
on.
I mean, like, you know, for example, when Rogue One first came out, the movie Rogue One, I heard a bunch of people not like it again. They were trying to. It's almost like they want to spin it negative compared to things. But I'll tell you what, the more I've watched that Rogue One over the years, I think that's probably one of the best Star Wars movies out there.
Yeah.
I mean,
period.
Yeah.
Oh,
period. It's a good one.
It's a top 3 film for sure in terms of Star Wars. Yeah, without a doubt. With Acolyte, it was getting so bad. They were getting hundreds to thousands of review bombs before each episode would even premiere.
Right.
And people were going on Rotten Tomatoes and IMDb and just bashing it. And I mean, we'll definitely be interested to hear we'll talk to you at work and see what you think after you've watched it. And for anyone that wants to know what we feel about it, just watch some of our most recent past episodes.
I do a great mime piece about it.
Oh, good. Yeah, that's great. That's great.
Just don't mime the Jackie part. So,
oh no,
don't. I said don't mime the Jackie part.
Well, you gotta give me spoiler alerts on that stuff, man.
You'll forget about it by the time you watch it.
Yeah, you will.
I probably will.
Yeah. What were they talking about? Well, very cool. Very, very cool. Loved always talking about you. We don't talk enough about Lego on this show, so it's always good to have you on, Tommy, and talk about Lego again.
Oh, thank you.
So do you want us to vote? We can vote for different things and therefore still cause a tie. And
yeah, that's right. You can vote all you want, and we can let Scruffy be the tiebreaker at work if you want. I don't care.
There we go.
I've got lots of sets. Some you know about, some you don't. I just say that my Mos Eisley's off limits. I'm gonna keep that. I'm gonna keep that sealed for now. But I've got. Let's show you some other ones. This was the one I was. Either Ghost Phantom 2, or I was also thinking about the New Republic E-Wing and Shin Hades Starfighter. That's a dual set, which is kind of neat.
Cool. Yeah, that was a cool set. The E-Wing.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so that was another one because I don't have any real. The Mandalorian Starfighter is similar, I guess, to that, but I don't have anything that's really quite like it. So this was one of the ones I was considering building. Of course, I got the couple Terry gifts there: the R2, the BD1, and of course the Tantive 4. I got the Droidica. I got lots of great ones that I still have to consider. So. Any ideas for me? You guys got any thoughts that I can?
Does that E-Wing set? Does it have a little Shin Hati minifig?
Yeah. So
and can I have it?
No. no, you cannot. So yeah, it has the minifigs on that. Is the Morgan Elsbeth, the Balin Skull, the Shin Hati, the Captain Porter, and the New Republic astromech droid. So if I can get that in there you go.
That's very cool.
That's the lineup.
Those are some cool minifigs.
They are. Yeah, they're coming. They're really killing it with the minifigures in Lego Star Wars land now. It's gotten to the point to where the sets are great, they're fun, but everybody loves the representation of the minifigs. So whenever you're buying or reselling or doing anything with sets, that's always the first question. Does it have the minifigs?
You go to some of these conventions now, and there are vendors that sell nothing but minifigs.
Right.
It's crazy.
Yeah, there's some that are worth quite a bit of money.
Yeah.
Just the figure itself.
Where did we see? Oh, we saw him at Motor City. There was one vendor that had an end cap, and they had so many minifigs.
Yeah, and it was really cool because, and I'm trying to see if I can find maybe some examples of it, but it was a very cool vendor because he took the minifigs and then he put them in a small acrylic box, and then he put a background related to the character
There you go. Yeah,
in
that's
the,
cool.
in the case.
Yeah.
And they were only like 10 and $12, maybe 14, depending on the minifig.
Right.
It really wasn't bad.
Right.
Price wise, it was very, and he did it for, and it wasn't just Star Wars, he did it for Marvel, he did it for every
Yeah.
I think they had some Harry Potter.
yeah. Exactly. So
And I think that's the driver business wise for Lego with that new, they're adding a minifig that may not go with the set in canon, but it's, it's just to get that other minifigure because they know that that's a bigger market than they anticipated. Over the years, it's just growing and growing. People want those minifigs.
It's like the Build-A-Droid series that Hasbro does with the action figures.
Yeah.
You're gonna get, here's a Walrus Man and an Astromech Build-A-Droid leg.
Yeah.
But that's the leg you need. So now you get an extra Walrus Man. So.
Right. So
exactly.
They do their research on how to put that stuff into the marketplace.
they're also making some of the sets back to that to this one, the Tantive 4, boarding the Tantive 4, and on the one end they're actually leaving it open so you can buy another hallway, so you can make it a longer hallway with more characters. So it's actually they're getting smart about selling two at a time.
I think I made that comment to DB one time. I was like, oh look, you can add on another hallway and another hallway.
Right.
Yeah, I have the Hasbro version of that, and they are made to basically create your own starship interior if you were to have, say, a pool table to put everything on.
Sure. Yeah, well, and lots of Lego collectors do that, like especially the city guys, the people that do the cities. It's all made to module together. But Star Wars like that, I've seen some crazy stuff online. I'm going to go to one of the conventions some days with you guys, but I know that there's these big shows that have, huge displays of actual, whole worlds, in Star Wars, like Tatooine and Mos Eisley and all that, all the little buildings. It's massive, and you see this thing, so they're really impressive.
Just a reminder, there is this little convention we go to in Nashville that you could come with us.
Yes, well, I tried once, but it didn't work out. So I'm not going to be able to make it this year either. But my goal is 2025.
Nice.
So
we'll touch on one more thing before we move on to another topic. But here's the new this year's Advent calendar.
Yeah.
And there are all of the figures that come along with it. And
are they wearing ugly sweaters?
It looks like Luke is and Leia is.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
And
they always come out with that they put some funky stuff on them to make them Christmassy, but that's what makes them unique. Again, a collection that'll never come out again with that style. So it's pretty smart.
Yeah. Very cool.
Yeah. I've not bought an Advent calendar yet, I have to unfortunately say, but I might have to buy this one because it's pretty cool.
We did last year's.
Yeah.
They were on sale at Walmart for like $20.
Yeah.
And if they put them on sale again, I'll remember to let you know.
Sure.
And I actually put every piece of mine together and did the calendar thing and put them all together. And you had an Ewok in an ugly sweater, which was very cool. And I keep these guys right next to my desk. And they had a Palpatine in an ugly sweater. With a Death Star on it. And which was very fun. And they had some fun designs. And but after I put everything together, I was like, now I got to display it. What was I thinking? And whereas the box was a lot cleaner.
Oh yeah.
Christmas themed pip droid.
Nice.
But yeah, there were a few fun things in there. And trying to think like a reindeer style gonk.
Oh, there you go. That's funny.
That's a cool little guy, but
I'm wondering when they're going to come out with a UCS gonk droid. That would be awesome.
That would be so awesome.
That would be absolutely. Well, very cool. Very, very cool. Always good to talk Lego. Like I said, we don't talk that enough on this show. Let's move over to our next topic that we were going to talk about. And now that we're 49 minutes in, and we're going to talk about
Wait, is this when we talk about Star Trek 5?
yes, exactly.
Final Frontier?
The Final Frontier.
Favorite tribble pattern, coat pattern, and
I don't understand that joke.
that's even funnier. Oh, I could hear Scruffy rolling his eyes already. And he is not on assignment right now. Actually, he is actually under the weather, which is why he's not with us tonight. But yeah, so I had thrown out the idea. I thought it'd be kind of a fun topic, real kind of to go through really quick. Of course, we don't go through anything quickly on this show, but
here's the start of 3 hours of analysis.
Exactly.
Yes.
So I thought we'd talk about our top 3 Star Wars posters. And you guys sent me pictures of all yours, and I thank you. And I'm going to go with DB last because he completely blows us out of the water with his deep dives. And
he does.
So thanks a lot. Thanks a lot for showing us up.
Mine are simple. Mine are simple. Yes.
But we'll go with we'll start. Did you want? Yeah, Tommy. Let's start with yours. Okay. Did you want them in any particular order, or did you?
Well, yeah. I mean, 3, 2, 1.
Yeah, we'll do 3, 2, 1. That sounds good.
Okay. Yeah.
So which one would be your number 3?
So the Return of the Jedi original movie poster there. That's my number 3. It's probably I was at the age where I was excited. Cool. The first Star Wars, I have to admit, I wasn't really excited because I didn't know it was coming out. It was like I heard about it, and then I went to it. Then I was excited. And Return of the Jedi, I was very excited. But this one, I was a little older. I want to say I was like 12 or 13 when this came out. And,
that explains.
And so it was the great age, you know, and I was like just dying to watch the show. So
it was a great age for metal bikinis.
That's right, exactly. So so we definitely have Slave Leia at the foreground there. So that definitely sold it for me as my number 3. And I got to see that at the movie theater near our local Myers.
That's very cool.
And that was cool. And the cooler thing is my mom went shopping and dropped me off, so I actually saw it alone, which was awesome.
That's
I was like, I didn't have any interruption by parents or people, and it was a matinee. It was like there's still people there, but I was like, oh man, I'm into this. Sat in the front row.
Nice. Yeah.
I had to do it right. So that was
awesome.
Very good memory. Yeah.
I agree cool. That's probably my favorite Jedi poster.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, without a doubt. I almost had that one on my list. Which one do you want to go to next?
The middle one I sent you. It's actually the Rogue One.
Okay.
The Rogue One poster. And for reasons I actually already explained, that one just to me, I wanted to put it in this list because I think that movie is, if not my second favorite, it's definitely my third favorite movie. But the poster itself just represents that in my love for Star Wars. That was a great movie. And
right.
So the poster is it says it for me. So
and for those of listening to the audio version, so the Rogue One poster is it's got Scarif on the bottom, and then it's got basically it's the style poster where you see all the characters and you see Jyn Erso is kind of the biggest one, and then the rest of the Rogue One squadron, also Krennic kind of looking off to the side, Saw Gerrera, and then the whole Death Star kind of fill in the background on that one.
Right.
So. And it has walkers.
And it has walkers.
Yes, and walkers.
ACTAT, right? Was that what they were?
I think so, yeah.
They got the big cargo hole in the middle.
Yeah.
Makes them pretty darn useless.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, and then we'll go to the last one, which is the classic.
The original, yeah. Mm-hmm. And for that reason, number one, just because, you know, it's the thing that started it all, and it was iconic, and it gave you the flavor of the 70s there, and growing up and into the 80s.
That is so iconic.
Yeah.
So this was the one. It actually was not the one for American releases. This poster for our fans, and this is funny enough. This is Greg Hildebrandt's poster that he did for Star Wars. It wasn't selected. They went with a Struzman poster instead. Oh, yeah. But Hildebrandt, I wanted to bring that up just because I follow Greg. Greg is on social, and he has been in the hospital for like at least a month, if not longer. And he's just been moved. He's healing. I don't want to get into exactly what issues he had, but he's been in the hospital for a while. He's now moved to a recovery center. So we wish Greg all the best for a speedy recovery. But yeah, this poster, I think they used it for the European releases of the movie. And yeah, definitely, I think with New Hope, this is the poster that I think of for sure, with the classic Luke, bare chest in it, holding the lightsaber, and Leia doing the pose, and with Vader's head in the background.
And his sister awkwardly posing at his feet.
Yeah, exactly.
Just had to make it a little creepier.
Right. It was definitely a to me, it always had a little bit of that like a more modern Flash Gordon serial style feel, for a more modern age. Of course, that we're talking 40 almost 50 years ago, modern for that day, modern for Flash Gordon. But yeah, so very cool.
That's my picks.
Very cool selection right there. So I will go next. So my number 3, I'm gonna go with a Rogue One, but a different Rogue One poster. So I always like this one where you see Scarif in the background with the walkers, the stormtroopers, and then just the helmet, the rebel helmet in the water, kind of upside down, and then the reflection is the Rebellion logo. I always found the style of this one very cool, and again, for a great movie, definitely a top 3 Star Wars movie.
Hey, it has walkers.
Exactly.
And it has walkers. Yes.
My number 2 poster is actually it was a preview poster for Phantom Menace for episode 1. And it's the classic one of Anakin standing next to a domicile on Tatooine and casting the shadow of Darth Vader. I thought they really hit it out of the park when they first presented this image before we got Phantom Menace.
That poster still gives me chills.
It does, doesn't it?
It's good. It's so basic, but it's just it says so much. It's really cool.
It's definitely the simplicity of the design is part of the power of the design as well. Okay, and then for my number 1, Empire Strikes Back, the classic one with Luke on the Tauntaun, Han leaning over to kiss Leia, and Vader's visage in the background. This is the poster. So Empire was my entry point into Star Wars in the theater, and so this is the poster that I always remember, and being that Empire was my entry point and my favorite film of the franchise, it forever it will be my number 1 poster in terms of when I think Empire, I think this poster for sure. So and now, yeah, go ahead.
I was just say, when it's my turn, you just go ahead and leave that one right up there.
I know, right? So which one do you want to bring up first, DV?
That one right there would be my number 3 selection.
Okay.
And it's informally known as the Gone with the Wind poster, I believe. Because of the embrace there.
Yeah.
And there are variations of this that have Boba Fett in it and have Yoda in it, that came out much later after those characters had been introduced and people were familiar with them. But the reason this one strikes me is it was the initial release poster. They had that original one with just the Vader helmet against the Starfield as the pre-release. But this, I remember this because story time, kids. My family had been on vacation in Missouri, and we were on vacation when this film came out, and I could not convince my mother that this movie came out on a Wednesday. She said, no, movies come out on Fridays. I said, well, but we happened to stop somewhere that had the novelization, and this was the cover. And don't you know, I had the thing half read by the time we had gotten home from that vacation. And so I still have that novel with this cover. It's just so iconic with the Vader helmet looming over everything. I mean,
that is so interesting, DB, because I've been actually looking for the original novelization of the original Star Wars movie, because that's actually, I saw that book before I saw Star Wars.
Did you?
Yeah, and so because I didn't get to see Star Wars right away, and I went to the second release of the original movie Star Wars. I didn't actually catch its first release. I went to the second when it made its way back to Traverse City.
Sure,
that's when I got to saw it again. But in between, the book came out, the novelization, the pictorials, and I go to the library. The library had it at our school, and I check that out every day. Like, my name was on that sucker constantly, and I want to find that volume of that edition. And it's because I don't remember the edition name, so I've been trying to research it. I think I found what it is, but it's hard to find for sale.
Yeah, I think the original has some very old concept art on the cover, but I don't recall.
Yep. So still looking, but yeah, that's a cool story.
Yeah. Anyway, that would be my number 3 pick.
All right, and number 2.
My number 2 pick would be my other one labeled Empire.
Okay.
That.
Yes.
Nice.
I think that's from the 81 re-release.
Okay.
But there's so many things wrong with this picture. I mean, Vader's cape is draped over his front, so you don't see his, lighted panel and everything. He's poncho
ganging it.
Yeah. I mean, everybody wears a poncho in Star Wars.
Mm-hmm. Right.
But this one, I just, it's got walkers.
Mm-hmm.
It's got walkers.
And if you listen to the podcast, walkers are my favorite vehicle in Star Wars. But there are variations on this. I think the original has stormtroopers running in that bottom front section where the walkers are. And there's a couple where some of the characters are interchanged or moved around. And this is all done, pre-Photoshop. So it's kind of incredible that they could do those things, move those elements. Mm-hmm. But this one just has that serial feeling to me with the title kind of in the 3D zooming out at you.
Oh, yeah. It also looks like it could be the cover of a novel, from that era.
Yes.
It reminds me a little bit of the Battlestar Galactica novel covers.
Oh, yeah.
In terms of, and the artwork style is definitely of that era. Very cool.
I've got a beginner level question for you on that poster, and that I'm noticing. Are those snow speeders that are looking like they're going into space?
Yes,
is that
they
the
are.
ship? Is that the ship?
There are so many things wrong with this poster.
That's great. I thought it was. I just didn't want to be the guy that said it.
Yeah. Right on. That's hilarious.
Well, the other thing is, other than Han Solo, everybody else, all the other characters have this "oh crap" look on their face, because Vader's looming over them. There's just this terror in their faces. I mean, I don't know.
Right.
I love that poster.
Right on. All right, ready for your number 1, and this is the one. I almost put this one on my list, and I actually, if I had seen it, I probably would have grabbed it. And
the circus poster.
The circus poster, the original.
Great.
Was this a 78 or 79 re-release?
Yeah. And Drew Struzman is the artist. Very cool style. Very cool back. What was the name of that documentary we watched? Eric Sharkey's Drew. It's just called Drew. Check it out. It's about Drew Struzman. We had the documentary filmmaker on with us, and talking about the making of that film. He's also got one coming out on Greg Hildebrandt, but the one on Drew, look for it on video on demand services, and it's worth the time. It's worth the watch to learn about one of the most. If you've seen a movie if you saw a movie in the 80s and even the 90s, you saw a Drew Struzman poster. I mean, there's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. You saw his work. And it's I think one of my favorite parts of that documentary is the Goonies poster story.
Yeah.
And so it's very, very, very cool. But yeah, I love this poster.
I believe that same documentary, they were talking about how they had painted the central part of this and then realized
Mhm.
they left no room for the credits.
Yes. So you can see the original poster is just that one square with all the stuff in it. And then, yeah, he shipped it to the studio. The studio said, well, you left no room for any of the all that stuff that's got to go on movie posters. And so he added the bottom portion and he added the extra border with Obi-Wan looking on to make the poster proportion wise to make it appropriate to be able to be used as a movie poster. You're right, DB.
Yeah, I had this poster hanging directly above my TV in the man cave.
Mhm.
Whoa,
It's
cool.
such my favorite. It just has that atmosphere of the fun of the original.
In true Flash Gordon feel. to it,
Yes.
Mhm, yeah.
without a doubt.
And
Without-
Vader's got the collar turned up looking like a badass, you know. So-
Mhm, mhm. Without a doubt. That's very cool. Very, very, very cool. Yeah, that's definitely a top poster.
yeah.
For
And
sure.
if you're
Very
listening and not watching, if you're just listening, I'm sorry, you have to go back and watch us because there's
Yep.
some very fun posters we just talked about.
So just go just around to the 1 hour mark on the video version on YouTube, X, or Facebook. Just find the video anywhere, and you can find the section of. And if I have time, which I won't, but if I have time, I'll see if I can cut just that section, this section of the video out too, and maybe post it as a shorter video or something. But yeah, very cool posters, guys. So let's see, what would Scruffy have picked?
Anything with Spock and Kirk. Come on, play the sound bite. He's not here to do it.
Oh yeah. I have to find, where is it? Oh, here it is.
Yeah, live long and suck it.
That's for you, Scruffy. Hope you feel better
There you
soon.
Yeah, feel better.
Yeah. So, well, very, very cool. Yeah, Tommy, thanks for coming on and joining us again.
Oh, my pleasure. It was fun again.
Yeah,
Thanks,
absolutely. And we need to go. We need to have you on sooner than 77 episodes.
Exactly. Well, hey, listen, I noticed that there's a theme to my episodes, and that is the mirrored numbers. So 22, 99,
Yep.
77 apart. So
Mhm.
it's good. Now
So-
it's going to get hard to do that when you go to triple digits, but
Well, we'll have to aim for 111, maybe.
Yeah, okay,
and,
maybe. We'll
which
see.
isn't that far away. So,
Right,
you know,
right.
that definitely
better
be
get-
sooner than 77 episodes.
So I have to put together the Lego set that you guys had me do by then. So
There you go.
did you pick one?
Yeah, the Shin Hati one, right?
Yeah, Shin
Is
Hati.
that you want it?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Shin Hati.
I'm on it.
And we pronounce it Shin Hati on
Shin
this
Hati.
show. Thank you very much.
Okay, Shin Hati.
I don't
Shin
care how
Hati.
they spell it. It's Hottie.
It is
Hati.
indeed Shin Hati.
Yes, the Hati. That's right.
So, all right, let's. I will play the little bit of music, and we'll switch over into collection corner really quick. And that's all we're gonna play. So, try to keep us from getting in trouble with YouTube.
Yes.
Means I gotta go grab something. So you guys talk.
Yeah, so Scruffy's not here, so I will go ahead and do his part, which is yesterday was Comic Book Wednesday, so he probably got comic books. Maybe he is under the weather and was under the weather yesterday, so maybe he hasn't picked them up yet. But I did find out that just for Scruffy, they're doing a one-shot Kelnaka issue. High Republic, one issue only of a Kelnaka story. So I sent a picture of that to Scruffy today. So hopefully he's able to get his hands on that one. So it's not a whole series; it's just a single episode.
Wait,
Of,
Scruffy's not feeling well. Did the comic book store have to close down? Lack of profit?
oh, that's very
Okay.
true. That's very
Oh,
true. I
man.
wonder.
You know what? If he's still feeling down tomorrow, I'll go in and
You know, I got out earlier than normal yesterday, and the route I took home went past that place, and I thought I heard some wailing when I drove by, but you know, I thought it was something in the radio.
were they out front with going out of business signs? And
Yeah.
Scruffy doesn't love us anymore. Probably Probably sent a bunch of threatening text messages. Who's the other comic shop? Who is it? And he's texting back, "You're the only one, baby. You're the only one." Oh, but yeah. So, but mostly, yeah. Yesterday would have been Comic Book Wednesday for him. So, DB.
Well, this week I'm not sure I acquired anything new. I'm going to show you a couple things I've talked about that have finally made their way out of shipping boxes. And this one is for Scruffy. I got this on the IC.
Oh.
I got myself a little gonk, and I didn't realize this, but his head comes off.
Whoa.
Yeah, I'm not going to do this to you. I'm not going to rip your head off and show you the things.
That is cool.
This is actually from the set that you guys bought at Motor City Comic Con that has the R5.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, somebody on the IC had this, and the Death Star droid portion didn't have the R5, but the price was too good to pass up, and I needed a gonk for my diorama. So I did that, and something else I've been talking about. There was a gentleman on the IC that had stuff very cheap, and I got myself this beautiful TIE bomber.
Nice.
Oh.
They never made this in the original run. This is probably from the 90s or early 2000s. But it will display well.
Yes, it will. That's awesome.
It's heavy as heck, though. I'm going to have to find the right place to hang it. But these are the two favorite things I want to show you guys this week.
That's very cool.
That's cool.
Very, very cool. So Tommy, have you anything you've added recently or anything? Since we talked about all of your collection, most of
I went through a bunch of them, but the one obviously I told you I'm most excited about, and I am going to build it for the next show, and that's the dual set there. I'm getting that, but some other exciting ones that I added that I'm really excited to build is the Phantom 2 in the back, but I have to say, this one, for some reason, for a small set and a 25th anniversary, I think they really nailed it. The Droidica.
The Droidica?
I think it's from everything I'm reading, and I haven't put it together yet, but I really want to. That's going to be a great set, and they represented that really well. So
that's cool.
Those are a couple of my favorite additions that I'm going to definitely be displaying prominently.
Very cool. Very, very cool. So yeah, it was a for me. So thank you, BD. Added a couple pens to the set, so I can always use a couple good designated pens for all of the notes and everything I take for this show. So they're definitely going to go with my. I'll start using them with the new notebook that I'll start after episode 100. Yeah, I didn't. I need to take a lesson from the guys and go on a spending hiatus, and because ICCC is not that far away, and they're announcing more and more guests that I'm like, I'm gonna have to pay for that autograph, and I'm gonna have to pay for that autograph, and it's so. But I did want to say that so I am on Star Wars Hunters, the mobile game. And if anyone just look for Brown_leader Hunters, send me a friend request by all means, and I will be happy to accept that friend request, and maybe we can play in a party. But it's Brown_leader. I don't know if this will. So just look for the Mando logo, of course. And I love playing with other people. They did drop the second season just dropped, and with the new season you can earn your way up to a new character, and this season it is a K2 droid, which is very cool, and been having a lot of fun playing that character, and you guys will like this one. So there are 2 Jawas that like basically doing the giant coat thing.
Scooby-Doo.
And at some point right now, mine has a BB-8 backpack, but I've seen some people online, they managed to get a Gonk droid backpack, which
cool.
I'll wait to get to that one. But It's a fun game. Join me. Always love to throw that out there, and always looking for people to you can join parties and play together and all that kind of stuff. So by all means, Brown_leader on the Star Wars Hunters game. So yeah, and then other than that, Tommy, I wanted to mention that there is another friend of the show, Brown 46. Wade, and he's definitely somebody you may eventually want to make contact with, because he just got hired and he is in the process of opening up the bricks and minifigs store, brand new bricks and minifig store in Chattanooga, Tennessee.
Wow. So I got an invite to open one here.
Did you?
Traverse City, yeah.
Really?
Yeah, it was just a weird thing. I don't know how many people get that invite, but I just ended up in my my emails, and it just said, "Hey, how would you like to open a?" It was kind of official, so it wasn't necessarily, "Hey, Tommy, like I'm in on the end." Just something to open one in Traverse City because it's a area they feel that could use one. So, but I didn't research it too much. But I'm gonna look at it. But I don't think I'm there yet. But pretty cool, brick and minifig. So yeah, he's in Chattanooga.
Yeah, he just relocated. His family just moved a couple weeks back, and he is there in the process of actually setting the store up right now. Wow. And they don't have an open date yet, but it's because he's a huge Lego fan as well, loves Legos. His name's Wade. I'll send you his information.
Sure, that's cool.
But it's Wade's a great guy. Brown 46 on our show. He is one quarter portion of the Records of the Republic podcast. And definitely check them out. They've got Facebook, Twitter. They've got all the socials as well. He's most active, I think, on Facebook and X, probably Facebook, but Records of the Republic. They're a fun show. We've had Wade on before, and wish him all the best with that. But yeah, definitely, since you're so deep into Lego, that's definitely somebody. And
yeah, I'd like to know him. That's good.
Yeah, he's a good guy for sure. So
he's going to have to give me the Brown Squadron discount, right?
Yeah, right.
I'm going to tell him you said so.
Oh, yeah.
You know the Brown Squadron discount tax on 15%, right?
Bingo, right there.
Yes. Yep. But only when Scruffy's around, though, right?
No,
that's only for Scruffy.
Well, I gotta fund all this without a Patreon somehow, right?
I got you.
Just kidding. There is zero funding for this show, and it shows. But all right. Well, Tommy, if anybody wanted to find you on socials, where can they find you?
Facebook is pretty much the only one I'm really active on. I got an X account, but pretty much I don't mix too much business with pleasure on those shows. So I kind of stay under the radar.
There you go.
But anybody's welcome. I'll friend you. If you just mention Legos, I'll friend you.
Right. And you can always reach out to us here at Brown Squadron as well.
Yeah.
If you have a question for Tommy or anything, and we can always channel those questions over as well. So anything Star Wars, Lego, anything related. So yeah. Okay. Very cool. So final segment before we get out of here, DB's favorite segment of the show. And let's get this going. Dad joke of the week. Time to annoy Scruffy and DB. Dad joke of the week. All right, Star Wars dad joke of the week, courtesy
was
of
that intro the dad joke? Sorry to interrupt. Oh, okay.
That's the cringe factor that establishes the tone of this segment of the show.
There you go.
I told you I had bumper music. I didn't tell you how good it was. All right, so here we go. Jedi aren't angry when they lose their lightsabers, but they are delighted. That was dad joke of the week. Now don't you feel absolutely complete?
You know, That joke, along with our Lego topic tonight, makes me think they need to do all these helmets. They need to have Luke's hand holding the lightsaber hilt, to set alongside all the helmets.
That would be.
Just saying.
I wonder how well a Lego blue milk carton would go too.
Oh.
That is becoming a pop culture thing with all the Star Wars Lego.
You can get the Luke lightsaber build with your little investment of $500 and the Jabba the Hutt sail barge. It's actually coming with a Luke lightsaber on a stand.
Really?
That you can build. Yeah, it's the gift with purchase, and it only comes with that purchase.
Oh,
and it's only like the first day.
And it's only $500.
It's only $500.
Only. So, all right. Well,
you could get your dream, is what I'm saying. Next to the helmets.
So this has been episode 99 of Hyperspace Heroes, and to get a hold of us, where should we tell everybody who's coming on next week?
Yeah, probably.
Don't worry, not me.
No, you're down for episode 149, right before the big 150 is. All right.
Thank you. That's what I was looking for. That's the one. That's the big one.
Right on. So next week, Hyperspace Heroes episode 100 will be on a special night and a special time. We're going to be broadcasting next Wednesday, August 14th at 9:30 p.m. Eastern. And the reason for that was at the request of our guest. And I need to stipulate this, that we have a guest booked tentatively. And it's the type of guest that I really need to do a lot of advertising for, because it's an exciting guest. But how do you put the word tentatively in all of the advertising? Because it's an actor in the Star Wars universe, along with other universes out there. And he is in an active shooting schedule right now, shooting film, not people. And there is a chance that he may have to cancel on us. And if he does, we'll rebook him at a future date. But they were willing to try to coordinate for our 100th episode, and we really appreciate that, him and his crew. And so we do have some exciting guests. If he is not able to make it, we're still going to have a great show.
Hey, can I give a visual preview?
Yes.
I think you were just asking me about this the other day.
Oh, yes. Right on. So, keep your, say a prayer for us, keep your fingers crossed, that nothing gets changed. But if everything goes as planned, next Wednesday at 9:30 p.m., we are going to have Mr. Paul Sun-Hyung Lee on the show for episode 100, Mr. Carson Teva himself, in the Star Wars universe. So we're super excited to have him on. Again, keep your fingers crossed. If Paul is not able to make it due to conflicts in scheduling, we do have the wonderful guys at Rule the Galaxy are going to be joining us in his place for episode 100. So we're still going to have a good time, lots of laughs, lots of fun. So definitely check that out next Wednesday, August 14th at 9:30 p.m. Either way, it's going to be a great show. Make sure you check it out. And who knows, maybe we'll have to sneak Tommy in the back door or something. And
yes, I got some Deathsticks for sale.
There you go. So yeah, definitely check that out. If you'd like to get a hold of us you can get a hold of us on all the major socials: Facebook, Twitter, X, and Instagram. We have an account on TikTok, not on it as much as we used to, but you can get a hold of us there. You can get a hold of us. You can email us directly at brownsquadron@gmail.com, or you can find all of our links for social, audio, video, everything at beacons.ai/Brown Squadron, as you see there on the screen. That is a site. It's kind of like Linktree, where you can find anything and everything Hyperspace Heroes. In terms of all of our socials, audio episodes, video episodes, so on and so forth. Make sure you check that out. It's a one-stop source to find all of that stuff. That is Brown Squadron and Hyperspace Heroes. So, all right. With that, and don't forget to, if you watch on any where you have to like click to subscribe and link and thumbs up or whatever, make sure you do that. Ring the bell, all that. Yada 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 yada. So all right, with that, guys, this is we'll get out of here. So this is Brown Leader signing off for the crew, and you have been listening and watching Hyperspace Heroes. That's no moon.
Was it good for you?